Welcome to Second Take, a show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Kramer joins me today to unpack the latest news in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Ashley.
Can you tell us about the boost that Namibia's $10 billion Hyphen development scheme received from Germany?
Yes, Germany has given it a special status which enables more investment to go into Namibia's project, the Hyphen project, by the German government. And this is just another indication of the huge support that Germany is giving to the development of green hydrogen and green ammonia in Namibia, which of course has, got superior sun, it's got prime wind, it's got a lot of available land, which Germany is recognizing because Germany will need to import that green hydrogen at some stage, and they're setting up bases that are already putting in pilot plants to see what sort of research needs to be done to bring down the cost. They're upskilling people. I think 12 scientists from the whole of the Southern African region are going to go to Germany in May to get a deeper insight into green hydrogen. But this is coming on top of scholarships which have been awarded, going over the 100 figure to not only people with master's degrees in certain subjects and renewable energy, etc., but also vocational training for people that will really be on the ground working with green hydrogen. I think it's a fantastic boost for the region as a whole. And you can see, the private sector have got in there early, they've got moving. That same Inatrach was very involved in this region as well. And I'm sure they will also be involved with other green hydrogen coming through with us, but we are definitely not at such a fast pace as we see is happening in Namibia. And there was a great green hydrogen symposium, actually 2-day symposium this week, which again, that scholarship and the skills and all those things were emphasized, along with the pilot plants that are reaching very important stages that will help the commercialization of green hydrogen, which is going to be a fantastic energy because it's such a clean energy and it can replace our oil and gas, and it can give us mobility plus stationary power.
Now, Harmony's Eva copper mine has received a special prescribed status in Australia.
Yes, so you can see that Harmony Gold is no longer just gold. It's very much going into copper, which a lot of these gold companies are doing at the moment because they see that the demand for copper is going to be so huge going forward, and it's a nice balance, with the gold. And at the EVA project, they have been given special status because of the social and economic importance of this region. It was the region of the Kalkadoon people. These people lived there for thousands of years. And of course, the properties were taken over. And I think it's a gesture now to get back and try and do a little bit more for the community. I don't think that there are any other companies, mining companies in the world that really do a better job on community development than South Africans. We know how to do that. So I can see that they're acknowledging this in Australia, and Harmony is very pleased about it because they can then go in there with a holistic attitude and work on getting the copper out of the ground, but also making sure that there are jobs and that the people are employed there. And this status allows for sort of a spotlight to be put on this so that the project can go ahead fairly speedily. So it's good for Harmony Gold, and it's also good that the government and state government and Queensland government, is looking to push these sort of critical metal projects.
And lastly, as the ferrochrome benchmark price settles higher, what does this mean for the markets?
Whenever I see ferrochrome, I go back a couple of decades and I see the prices are regularly shown now. This price is slightly up in advance, which is always good, but we were very much a ferrochrome territory. We were definitely had a market share that everybody envied. We were ahead of China in the ferrochrome business because of our huge chrome resources here, 70% of the world's chrome. But where we were let down very badly is by the state enterprise called Eskom, because this is energy intensive. And there were politicians, lip servicing beneficiation. But here was beneficiation there, developed beneficiation. And the added value to chrome was very substantial. And it was the private sector that was keeping this going. And the public sector, which is supposed to be there to look after people's jobs, their welfare, fell down badly by not only giving inadequate access to electricity, but lifting the price so high to a point where you can see that all that major investment that had to be put into ferrochrome, has had to shrink because they've had to put things into care and maintenance. They're not going. I'm just hoping now that with this new era of clean energy, the private sector can now take the lead again. It's got, the go-ahead to do this. And in taking the lead, we benefit from the fact that we've got superior sun, we've got prime wind, we've got land. So we can really produce the green energy that's needed at a competitive cost. If we can do that, there is a facility around here that can be re-energized, and we can start getting some of this market share back that we lost to China because China was able to import the chrome, and of course they needed to sell the chrome as well to keep these businesses going. But the ferrochrome side of it was shrinking. China's ferrochrome side is now expanded, but I think we're still possibly in a very good position to regain some of that market share because we'll have green ferrochrome. We've even got stainless steel development here. I mean, we were very far advanced along this route, and we even had a lot of products from stainless steel being made here because of that. So we've had to retract in that advance on the beneficiation front. But hopefully now with this new energy era and private sector, we can get some of that share back. So every time I see the price, I start thinking about this background and hope that we can restore some of our lost market share.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
Great pleasure, Sashini.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. To subscribe to Creamer Media's Engineering News and Mining Weekly, please email subscriptions at creamermedia.co.za.